stereotype against women makes it very difficult.
On this program, where we discuss politics and everything politics. How was your week? Mine was so fantastic. So many things happened within the I guess. Ada Kate Uchegbu, a media person, and also somebody who feels that Nigeria should give her a chance in 2027 as the president of Nigeria. Good afternoon, Ada. Welcome to Inside Politics CKN.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the case. First and foremost, let me ask you, what are the challenges that women politicians face in Nigeria? What are the main challenges that they face?
It is very unfortunate that women face challenges in Nigeria politics. Women make up to 52% of the population. So in a case where the political system of Nigeria is rigged against women, that is why you see this unfortunate scenario happening. Cases of high nomination forms, cases of political violence, cases of racial and religious stereotype against women makes it very difficult for women to be in politics.
Okay. Now, moving forward, based on my intro initially, I told our viewers that we have fewer women in most of our electoral. When you look at the legislative arm, even the executive arm, unlike what we have in the judiciary, that we have a lot of women are judges, a lot of women in the Supreme Court, we see them in the High Courts and even Court of Appeal. But when it comes to politics, we have few women. So how come that in the National Assembly of we have 109 senators, 360 House of Representative members, we have less than 40 are women. Why is it that?
Okay, permit me, Davis. In 2014, the then First Lady, Mrs. Goodluck Jonathan, championed the affirmative action, 30%. I wished it continued. I now would have seen a lot of women in national assemblies, would have seen a lot of women in House of Assemblies, would have seen a lot of women as governors and even right now maybe vice president or president. The issue is this: Nigeria political system does not favor the Nigerian women. Unless there is a deliberate effort by all political actors to bring in women, it will be very difficult for women to contribute their quota in the Nigerian system.
Moving forward, now you talk about the affirmative action, but we've not seen that reflect at all. If we look at across board, and we thought that now there's a new bill at the National Assembly where the legislators are trying to make sure that certain number of position or number of seats are left for the women folk. Do you support that totally?
Definitely. In fact, I would like the National Assembly make it 50%.
They should make it 50%.
But the challenges affecting Nigeria now is enormous. We need input of women. You see, if you look around the whole system of Nigeria, women are excelling in banking, women are excelling in manufacturing, women are excelling in trading. The same way women excelled in those areas, women will excel in governance. We need a woman's touch to solve the problems of Nigeria. We need a definite spark, the mother's touch. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. Nobody cares for the women and the children. Nobody cares for those who have been adopted in the bush. But if there's a woman at the hem of affairs, she will remember that her children have not eaten. She will remember that her children are in danger. And then she will begin to make policies to favor not just women, but the youth as well. That is what we need now in Nigeria.
You also said that it's not just about giving women position. The question is that do women support women? Okay, let's give you a classical example. You talk about 52% of the voting population being women. But there have been instances where women have put forward themselves for political positions, and their fellow women don't even vote for them. I remember exactly what happened some years back, where a presidential candidate, like I think Mrs. Sarah Jubril, came out to contest under the PDP. I'm sure you remember vividly. And at the end of she didn't even get one single vote, and there were women there. So how come the women are not supporting themselves?
I am going to defend our women folk right now, because if you have been into party system, I have contested variously as a governorship aspirant. I have contested as the House of Assembly aspirant, and I want to tell you something, that before primaries are decided, women and men alike are told what to do. So you don't expect the women to go there, having had a godfather or having had their party chairman tell them, go to the field and support this man. So they can't just go to the field and support a woman. So that's what I'm saying. That if the party chairman, if the national parties in Nigeria deliberately say, we want a woman to emerge, then women voters can do something.
That's also another angle, which I'm sure you also support. There are some of the political parties that reduce the nomination form for women. I know of a particular party that Martin reduced it by 50%. Could that also in itself help in making more women come out to participate in politics as it were? Or do you even think that that money should be totally waived off? Because a situation where it's asking somebody to pay 20 million just to pick up a nomination form, where will an average woman get that from?
Yeah, this is where I commend PDP and for bringing down the price of nomination form. But there should also be like APC, who did that years back, making it free for women. Like I said earlier, there should be a deliberate policy, a deliberate negotiation, a deliberate access, given to women, that women can bridge in the gap. We have had more than 60 years of male-dominated leadership, so we need something concrete, something drastic to bring in women. And if it means bringing down totally the price of nomination for making it free for women, so be it. That will help.
You have an ambition to be to replace President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, God willing. Let me ask, even what platform will be running to start with? Then also, what do you think you can do different from what the current president is doing?
I am running under the platform of PDP. I have been a member of PDP before, and I also belong to APC. I campaigned for the then President Buhari, and now I'm back to PDP. What I want to tell you is this: it's not just about replacing Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but about enshrining a woman-dominated leadership for Nigeria. For example, nobody is thinking about the children that are in the bush, which is right now. Nobody is thinking about universal health care for women and children. There is something missing in Nigeria. It is being said that most men only care about their children and their concubines, but a woman would never forget her children. If there are 10, 20, 50 women at the helms of office right now in Nigeria, things will be better, because the woman will always say, what we're about to do doesn't affect positively the women and children of Nigeria. Would the women and children of Nigeria have enough food? Would the women of Nigeria and the children of Nigeria be secured? So that is what I'm saying, that women should be brought into the table so that they can bring their maternal touch into leadership, because that is what we need now. And yes, I am running for that position because I believe at this point in time, Nigeria needs everybody, whether man or woman, especially women right now. Let us prefer solutions to what is happening in Nigeria, not just for our population, not just for our generation, but for the generation coming.
I was just, when you mentioned PDP, I know that your party is well fashionized now, so I don't know which of the fashion you belong to. You are not, you are standing, yes, you are smiling. It's true. Is it the Wike fashion, or is it the Turaki, the suspension and super suspension of this thing, 13 suspended the other side, the other one suspended 11. What do you think can be the solution to this?
I am not in any faction. I am in the faction recognized by INEC, and the day they say we come for primaries and give us the forms, that is where I stand.
So you are Ada, a stand alone. So your PDP has no affiliation with anybody. Is that what you are saying? I
stand with the INEC recognized group.
Okay, I don't know the one that is recognized presently, because all of them are claiming to be recognized. But moving forward, let us look at the issues as it were currently. For you, what is the most critical problem facing Nigeria now that you think that this government is not dealing with effectively?
Security and food security. Food security in the sense that the government should have reduced or totally removed this farmers' header slash. Because if you cannot feed your nation, then you have no business being a prosperous nation. There must be a long-lasting solution to this. And without food security, you have a lot of challenges that come up, including terrorism. Because when people cannot feed themselves well, they tend to grumble against the government and we pick arms and then start a rival group and start kidnapping and harming themselves and other people. So first of all, Nigeria must feed themselves well. As it is right now, in the next 3 months, there's going to be a serious famine in Nigeria. If we don't get these farmers back to their farms, I'm telling you this, next year will not be funny. So the government has to do something. I heard the Defense Minister saying that soldiers to go back to the farms, and I comment that, and it will be done immediately before Christmas.
Okay. Now let's talk about the economy, because definitely that is going to be an area that you will need to tackle if Nigerians decide to give you the mandate. What will you do, or what do you think that we are not doing right presently that you can do better to be able to move Nigerian economy to the next level?
SMEs resuscitation. You have to resuscitate the SMEs in Nigeria. You have to deliberately give the SMEs money. You have to deliberately look for women entrepreneurs and youth entrepreneurs and give them money to resuscitate the nation. Nobody is doing that. They've told people to go and upload their details online and then the government will give them money. No money has been given to anybody. So we need to deliberately give our people money. We need to deliberately look for entrepreneurs and give them all the support they need, including tax holidays. Without that, we cannot resuscitate the economy. The economy right now is become closed. It's a miracle that we are still living and breathing in Nigeria. But the economy right now is not looking good.
Okay.
And as a woman who takes care of her family, the woman is at the helm of her care of this nation. She would know what to do. She will know that yes, how to save, and this is where to keep money for certain projects for the upliftment of the family, the upliftment of the nation. That is why I insist that Nigeria needs a female at this point in time. A woman with the mother's touch, women with their foresight right now to solve the problems of this country.
Look at education. Now, that's another very, very vital area. Of late, you have seen lecturers going on strike, ASU going on strike. There have been concerted efforts by this government to be able to give scholarship to students, but that is not just enough. So what do you think, if you are given this mandate, if you look forward to becoming the president of Nigeria, what do you think you can do right when it comes to education, our dwindling education system in Nigeria, where we see graduating on a daily basis or yearly basis, and they don't have jobs? So we met that with employment in terms of jobs. What will you do in the area of education and also employment?
Good. All federal and state universities need a special subvention from the federal government. We need to give the federal and state universities money to run the university. We need to deliberately give students that are graduating money to open businesses. You need to change the syllabus of the Nigerian system so that women and youths and students are more reliant, so that when they leave the university, they're not going to think which office is going to employ me, but which business can I do that will employ fellow Nigerians. We also need to make sure that incessant trials happening in the country is put at an end. ASU and the federal government make sure that they always stick to whatever agreement is being agreed upon, because when strikes happen, it affects the children, not the government, because the government, most of them, their children are abroad, so it affects the common man.
Okay. Now, in 2023, Nigerians gave mandate to the current president of APC. If you have to judge this government effectively without being biased, how will you rate the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last 2.5 years or thereabouts?
Thank you. The insecurity at this point in time is making every good achievement he must have done fall into contrast. Because without a secured nation, there is no one going to be able to enjoy whatever it is that you have done for the economy. You may have said you have given people money, you have given SMEs, you have actually taken out some people from poverty by giving money to 1,000 or 2,000 households. But without security, nobody can judge you right now. So I want this government to make sure that Nigeria is secured. Whatever it takes, make sure Nigeria is secured. That is the first oath of office he took. Nigeria should be secured. As I'm talking to you right now, so many people looking for money to pay for